Welcome to Community Cocktails with Kimberly, hosted by Kimberly Woodard, a realtor for nearly 20 years with Ebby Halliday Realtors. Join her every first and third Wednesday of the month as she meets with the top community influencers to help you get to know the area you want to call home. Don't just love your home, love your community. And now, your host, Kimberly Woodard.
Hi viewers, today's episode is going to be very exciting and we're getting into the holiday spirit, and I'm sitting here today with Chuck Steelman. He is the Vice President of Trademark Property, and we are here to talk about lots of properties out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and what there is going on with them. Welcome, Chuck.
It's so good to see you, Kimberly. Thanks for having me on today.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Well, you guys have really had to work hard this year from some unexpected to reinvent the experiences that the properties are giving individuals right now.
You're exactly right. It was a challenge for us as a team.
Right.
I'll say I'm really the spokesperson today. The things I'm going to talk about, there are all marketing directors from all of our properties, and our corporate marketing team, as well as Stephanie Ruiz, who is the director of our guest services. It's a team effort here when we really work together to come up with new and creative ways to engage with customers at malls and shopping centers throughout the country. And it's been a challenge, but it's also been very fun. And now that it's actually happening, it's really fun to see the rewards of all of the hard work.
Definitely, because we're trying to get people out there, back in shopping in the malls, and also having those experiences, because that's what I feel like we've kind of lost with everything this year is, giving people that experience touch that we're so used to and crave.
You're exactly right. The first thing that we looked at is we talked about Santa Claus, and it's like, how do you not sit in Santa's lap, or how do you not have a conversation with Santa? Because kids get so excited, and I remembered I put myself in as a 6-year-old boy, and I remembered I was like, okay, it was part of like our family's tradition. People like to get dressed up. Parents bring their families every year, sometimes to the same mall, sometimes multiple times you visit with Santa, and it's those special moments that we really wanted to try to continue. And so we worked really closely with, like I said, the whole team worked diligently together to come up with solutions on how to have a safe Santa Claus experience. And most all of our properties are offering Santa throughout the country.
I love it, because that is, my boys are 13 and 17, and I still, they aren't too excited, but I'm like, we have to have that Santa picture.
Everybody, I see it all the time when I'm visiting the properties, especially right now in December, that, families get their kids dressed up, and even the older ones, like your kids, they don't want to do it, but it's once they do it, then it does bring out the festive holiday spirit, I think, when you see Santa Claus, no matter how old you are.
No, I like to get my picture of Santa.
And one of the things we did, not only is it the time when you have the opportunity to visit with Santa, but several of the properties have a panel between Santa, so he's 6 feet away.
Okay.
And then there's also a lucite panel between the families and Santa Claus. At Galleria Dallas, we have this really cool sleigh. So the family stands on the first level, so it looks like you're driving the sleigh with Santa in the back.
Oh, fun.
And there's a intercom system put in place so the children can clearly hear Santa Claus, and Santa can communicate clearly with the kids, and then they take the photograph. And I've noticed that families, especially the younger children, they feel safer, and not from a health standpoint, but as a 2-year-old, when you're going up to a stranger with Santa Claus, sometimes there can be a little tear or a little moment.
Yes.
So the sleigh has provided the opportunity to make the kids a little bit more comfortable when they're coming in. I haven't seen as many crying children, being scared, because we all see those 2-year-olds with those fun faces when they're really scared of Santa. But this year, when I first saw the plans of everything, I was like, you can't put this clear panel. Santa Claus can't wear a mask. Like, what?
Right.
But when we thought about it, and we really said, in 5 years, when families are putting up their Christmas tree and they go back and look at all the photographs of all the Santas or Christmas cards, they'll say, oh, this was the year that everything changed in our lives, and it'll be a reflection and a memory of the pandemic that we all had to pivot and change.
Well, there's a lot of fun things going on at Martyrs Creek and Galleria Dallas. So let's talk about some of the fun things you guys have going on there.
Yes, at Waters Creek and Allen, it's a wonderful outdoor shopping center, and I know you live in North Dallas, so
Yes.
you've probably been many times, but I love sitting on the patio having a margarita there at Mi Casino. It's always a fun experience. But for the holidays, we're so excited that the team there has put together a pop-up with the Sweet Tooth Hotel. And many people in DFW may know Sweet Tooth Hotel of their long-time standing spot at Victory Park, but that now that they're going to offer this little pop-up for people in North Dallas, it's a great opportunity to come in. It opens on December 5th and runs through January 3rd. So that's a fun thing to do in North Dallas. You can socially distance.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a fun way to have some fun pictures taken. So it's great. There's also a fun project with moms having to juggle careers and a lot of virtual learning with their kids.
Right.
They are looking for fun projects and things that they can do with their children. And at Waters Creek and Allen, they've always had a partnership with the community where families could come in and art projects were done on property. And with social distancing and avoiding crowds, now families can pick up part of the Elves to Go project that they have in December, a holiday arts and crafts project. And you can pick it up from concierge. The mom can take it home, and it gives them something for the kids to do and something to help the mom out. And of course, Santa Claus is there, and they have a safe environment with socially distanced. And you can also do a virtual Santa through Waters Creek. If you don't want to go and do an in-person Santa, you can do a one-on-one virtual if you don't want to leave your home.
Oh, wow. Well, I love that, because, there are some people that, can't, or someone, that does have some, deficits that, may not be wise for them to come out. They can still see Santa and enjoy that Santa visit.
And if you see Santa early in person, you can always book the Zoom later and let the kids do a Zoom. It'd be a fun thing to do over the weekend when you're looking for limited getting out of the house, and it's something that gives them something to look forward to. And even at Galleria Dallas and most all of the properties that have trademark property, they're offering the virtual Santa option. So families can choose that option if they are uncomfortable coming into the centers.
Oh, I just love that, because that is, such a, need, and it also is something that the kids can look forward to too.
Yeah, and if you venture out at Waters Creek, when you have your margarita, you can also do a carriage ride, because they have the great carriage rides on the weekend. And all the information you can find on the Waters Creek website, and their Instagram is great, and they have lots of information that you can find out how you can bring your family and have a fun festive weekend or night out with your family and children during Christmas.
Well, we'll have that website on the podcast too, so you can just click on it and see what, looking for something to do over the weekend. Here you go.
And of course, at Galleria Dallas, it's one of our premier properties with trademark property, and we're so excited about all the activations. And I have to start by talking about Snow Day Dallas, because everybody's talking about it. It is such a fun, immersive experience where you can safely bring your family or friends and have a really cool holiday experience. There are so many photo opportunities. It is all touch-free, which is new from the way it's been in the past. But everyone gets a wristband. And as you go through these vignettes of holiday themes, you just scan your wristband, and then the camera counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it takes your photograph. And all of the photos are loaded onto the wristband automatically, and it's also automatically texted to you and via email, however you register.
Right.
So all of these things you need to make sure you register before. This is something different. As I want to remind families, if you're headed out to Galleria or to Waters Creek locally here in the DFW area, your Santa experiences and Snow Day Dallas, it must be done before you arrive. It helps eliminate the crowds.
Yeah.
So there should not be a long line like you see when you go to see Santa in the past. So this is a plus, You're not standing around. So it's more of a designated time slot that you bring your kids in, a quick picture with Santa, and then you move on to your next, your shopping or having lunch or dinner while you're in the center.
Wow.
So Snow Day is definitely fun. Kimberly, you've got to come out.
I've got to go.
And check it out.
Go. So that starts on Snow Day.
It's already started. So it goes through January the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
And you can get all the information at galleriadallas.com. And there's a section all about Snow Day, and you can check it out. And, there's all other things to do at Galleria that are iconic to North Texas. And that is being photographed by the 95-foot tall iconic Christmas tree.
I love
that sits on the ice rink. It's the tallest indoor Christmas tree in the United States.
I didn't know that until I read about that. And I just remember growing up here in, Galleria Dallas, the Christmas tree was such a big, thing to go see. You had to go see that Christmas tree. It was just one of those bucket list things to do every Christmas season. So,
And a lot of families like to ice skate around the tree,
Yeah.
and so it's just very festive. And again, it's safe because the Galleria is a quarter of a mile long, so you
wow.
have plenty of space in the
Yes.
center for social distancing. So it's certainly something that I would highly encourage families to come out, see Santa,
Yeah.
experience Snow Day, skate around the iconic ice skating tree,
Right.
and really you'll have a really fun, festive holiday experience.
I love all that. And then you mentioned about the symphony, the Dallas Symphony coming.
We are so excited with the partnership with the Dallas Symphony Orchestra that they're driving a truck on the property, and it will be and outside of the Galleria in the alley space.
Mhm.
And the symphony will open up the truck, and there'll be Dallas Symphony Orchestra members present, and they'll perform for about 30 minutes. But it's a complimentary performance. You just come if you would like to make a donation to the Dallas Symphony. We'd
Oh.
encourage all of our shoppers that'll be in the center that day to participate by making a donation. But it's going to be a really great experience. Again,
Yes.
a fun, safe way. You'll be outside.
Right.
And then if you want to, you can mask up and go into the Galleria where you can experience Snow Day or Santa
Right.
Claus.
Well, I love that because music and Dallas Symphony, that's always, another thing that was always on our list of things to do during the holiday season because they always put on beautiful holiday concerts. So,
Exactly. And, some of our other properties are doing similar things. We've got, that are hosting different musical acts. And so it's always great to come in. And most of our properties that are outdoor properties are easily able to like host a band or a DJ outside because it doesn't create crowds and you can easily social distance. So there's a lot of festive music that really adds a lot of excitement when people are out shopping and dining.
I love that. I love that it's not, being lost. It's still happening. That was one of my fears is that during this holiday season, I just put on my Christmas music in my car, switched my station. I was like, yay, to be all festive. But, I was like, I hope I am going to see that, in places and that's just not lost. I think we all need it. I think we are craving some spirit and some, something to kind of deviate what's really going on.
I think we've all learned how to deal with the pandemic. It's not going away.
No.
And we know eventually there will be a vaccine, and it looks like it's coming fast and it can't come soon enough.
Right.
But, we're still going to be living in this experienced historic time where we're trying to figure out, what to do, how do we move on, and how do we know that wearing masks are keep us safe. So it's great to, when you're inside the building at Galleria or Waters Creek or any of the stores, you have to wear a mask.
Right.
It's only to keep the employees and, of course, the shoppers safe. So, we are doing our part to keep everyone safe and make everybody feel comfortable because you're right. People want to feel as normal as possible during the holidays.
They do. Well, you guys also have now, post-holiday season, you have a lot of things that you guys have involved to, continue experiences for the consumer out there.
Yes, you're right. At Trademark Property, we are taking pride in the fact that we are setting the standard and the way an experience should happen when you're visiting a shopping center or a mall or a store. And right now, what we've been doing corporately is we offer virtual experiences that we call Talent Talks.
Yeah.
And we've had the opportunity to interview a variety of fashion designers. We've interviewed celebrity makeup artists in partnerships with Sephora and Morphe and Nordstrom. So a lot of the different stores that are cosmetic focused. It's great women are wanting to talk about, how do I make my eyes look perfect because my mask is covering up my face.
Definitely. That's all you see.
That's all you see. And so we've interviewed Miss America. We interviewed Donnie Boaz, who is one of the lead actors on The Young and the Restless. We had Laura Slatkin of Nest, and one of Dallas's own, Jamie O'Banion, was one of our guests from the Beauty Bio. So we have a variety of topics that we talk about, and all of our properties can have their clients come on. And it's a perfect way for Trademark as a company to engage with our customers and stay relevant. And some things are selling, and sometimes we interview people that are in the stores a few days later. So we do these virtual conversations. And if you want to come in and meet them, we had Katie Dixon, who was a contestant on MasterChef and was also on the Food Network star, and she launched her cookbook. So we did a Zoom with her on our Talent Talks series, and then she made a public appearance in 2 of our properties and signed books for customers that wanted to come in. So we're seeing, as we've been doing the virtual experiences, we're also branching out and bringing in a little in-person opportunity to some of our virtual experience as well.
Well, and I love that because it really, you've got for 2 different, people, the person who maybe doesn't feel comfortable going out can enjoy the Zoom. And the person who does, they can enjoy both the Zoom and in the person.
Yeah, so it's really a thing that we really take pride in, the fact that we've put together some really strong programs that relate to who our customers are throughout the country, and it's been nice to see them and meet them. The other thing that we've done is we were trying to come up with, how do we do activations and charity events when you really can't have crowds? It makes it very difficult. So one of the things that we've done is specifically at Galleria Dallas, each month we had a different focus. In August, we partnered with the Make-A-Wish Foundation of North Texas. In September, since it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we naturally partnered with the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. And then in November, we partnered with Fashion Group International of Dallas, and they premiered a mask auction. So it was an exhibit that you could come in and socially distance, because you can come anytime during the whole month of November, and you could bid on the masks, see the masks. In October, we had a portrait gallery of breast cancer survivors of local Dallas, Fort Worth residents. And then Make-A-Wish hosted an art auction, and we raised over $10,000, which is the amount they need to grant a wish for one of their kids that they're trying to help. So it's been a great way to have these month-long partnerships and allow the charity the opportunity to raise money while also offering something for customers to come in and enjoy at their leisure and to help make a difference in the community.
And I love that it's, a little bit longer, because it actually, allows that charity to really, be out there in the public's eye for a little bit longer than just maybe one, night event or day event.
Exactly. It's not just a 2-hour window where you have 200 people. It's 30 days with, an 8-hour day. And so it allows the 200 people to come out when they want to come out and feel safe and more comfortable. So it's something that we've been looking at all of our properties to create these experiential moments where it's something to look at, something to do, something to see while making a difference and helping these nonprofits raise money.
I love that, because I love ways, and they're struggling right now with, because everything's having to be done differently for them. There's no galas, which I just love my galas. But, they've had to, they've really had to work on renovating, different things. I know one of mine, there's been a lot of virtual experiences, with wine tastings and, different cocktail things, but, and people gather in a small group of, maybe 6 together, but it's still not the same.
Yeah, it's different, but we and you mentioned charities really have struggled, but like all businesses throughout the world have had to change the way. You can't do what you've always done. And that's exactly what we looked at as a company at Trademark, is how are we going to change the way we do business, change the way we engage with our customers, so that we can still offer an experience to people that wanted to come out and come to our property. We want them to have a safe shopping environment. And I feel pretty confident that when you visit a Trademark property, you're going to have a great experience.
Well, I can't wait to go. I'm going to snow days. I'm going to do all kinds of things. I'll go down to Waters Creek, grab my margarita.
I may join you,
Yes, come on. And I mean, there's so much, so much to look forward to. And I love that, because I felt like, this weekend I was putting my holiday stuff up, and I was like, is there going to be anything to look forward to? I have nothing on my calendar. Like usually I have all these parties. So now I have some stuff to look forward to. Thanks so much, Chuck.
Thank you so much for having me on. It was certainly fun to see you.
Well, enjoyed. Well, let's cheers to the holiday season.
Cheers to the holidays. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to contact Kimberly with your real estate needs, you can reach her at kimberlywoodard.ebby.com. We hope you enjoyed our guest this week, and remember, don't just love your home, love your community.